Out like Psalm chapter 2 and verse 7. Where Jesus born has a spirit begotten in heavenly parts. Psalm chapter 2 and verse 7 says, I will proclaim to decree, the Lord say to me, you are my son, today I begotten. You Mormons believe that Jesus was born as an infant spirit through procreation. He is a descendant of heavenly parents, gospel principles. Mormons have no basis in this Psalm chapter 2 and verse 7. It has no support either from the text itself or from the entire Bible. This isn't talking about spirit being born in the spiritual world, but of the kings of the earth who conspired against God's anointed the Messiah to get rid of him, that is to kill him. Therefore, the most natural meaning of him having been begotten by God to reign of the nations, verses 7 and 8, is that he was resurrected from the dead. The Old Testament must be interpreted in light of the Old Testament, must be interpreted in light of the great teachings of the New Testament. Acts chapter 13 and verse 33 and 34 indicates that the act of the resurrection from the dead that the Father performed for Jesus is the fulfillment of the statement made in Psalm chapter 2 and verse 7. The verse have nothing to do with the supposed procreation of the Christ, as the claim of passages of the scripture make it clear that Christ never came into existence at a specific point in time, but that he truly is an eternal being, just like God the Father. John chapter 1 verse 1, and the way is stated as the eternal. I am Exodus chapter 3 and verse 14, even before Abraham. John chapter 8 and verse 58. He was not born in spirit form. He was only born as a man in Bethlehem. Every told he is eternal. Micah chapter 5 and verse 2. Awake South like. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your like. Good night.